questions are almost the same.
The same. The first one was about
IUD.
Whether the IUD
whether can cause ectopic pregnancy.
Oh yeah, so that's a very important question actually. I don't know if there's this illustration with the IUD, the picture of the womb with the IUD.
There's one we had earlier on.
They could put it just for us.
Okay.
It's very important to explain that because it's a question people ask.
Thank you.
Often.
As he's looking for it, let's first talk to the caller. Medical Minds, good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Christine.
Christine, go on with your inquiry.
I'd want to find out,
Yes, please.
in case someone has sickle cell, the husband and the wife are sickle cellers. Is it possible during IVF to select the funds and the
unfavorable for one, the sperm to pass through. So the chemical environment here kills the sperms before the sperms reach the tubes to meet the egg. That's how the IUD works primarily. But also we know that if fertilization has already occurred, it prevents the embryo or the egg from attaching here. Yes. And that's why sometimes they use the IUD as a form of emergency contraception. Yes. Now, this explanation is so important to understand.
Yes, doctor.
And understand, get the response to that question whether IUDs can cause ectopic pregnancy. IUD does not cause ectopic pregnancy. It does not cause ectopic pregnancy by itself. But it can permit those pregnancies which were supposed to happen in the tubes to occur. If, for example, fertilization occurred and the baby was supposed to come and attach here, then it reaches here, it does not have an attachment and it dies. Yes. But if it is a pregnancy which occurred and it ends up, it was supposed to be there, the IUD will not have any effect on it. So that means it prevents any other pregnancy from occurring in the womb, apart from the one which was supposed to occur there. So in this way, people think that it causes ectopic pregnancy, but it doesn't. Only that it does not prevent ectopic pregnancy. This is the only thing. So it's one of its weaknesses. In case a pregnancy was supposed to occur in the tube, because maybe the egg, the sperm somehow passed and then it reached there and caused fertilization, and then it will not prevent that pregnancy from occurring. But it by itself does not cause.
It does not cause ectopic pregnancy. Yes. Thank you so much, doctor, for that clarification. Yes, we can start with Hannah as we wait for more callers. Hannah was also asking about
the safe days.
The safe days.
The safe days. I think they are interested. The question is referring to how can I time my ovulation in a way that I'm able to. Yes. I am able to conceive. We could refer to the illustration of the menstrual cycle, those ones with the graphs. If I can have that, it would help instead of this. If we could have the graph, menstrual cycle graph, this is the moon beat.
This is the moon beat.
Yeah. It may not be very easy to understand this for now, but I want to use the graph where we have the hormone levels
in the variation in the women.
Yes. So that picture is important. If
I think we had that during infertility topic, something like that.
Yes, I think we have it. But as we get it, I can try to explain. So on average, the woman's reproductive life goes in a cycle, and this cycle it starts from the beginning of the period and it ends with the beginning of the next period. That is considered as one cycle. And in this cycle, somewhere in the middle, the woman is supposed to have released an egg. So when the period starts, the egg starts growing in the womb. Usually some few eggs grow and one matures. And it takes approximately 14, 16 days for the egg to be ready and to be released, usually around 16 days or 14 days. Now, when that egg is released, that is the time when the woman is fertile. Yes. And then if the woman meets with a man, the egg will be fertilized and she will get pregnant. If that fertilization fails within 2 days, the egg will die and she will get a period in the next 14 days. This is roughly how the body is tuned now.
So if the egg does not die, the periods will not come, meaning it is fertilized?
Yes, if it gets fertilized, the baby will get attached, then the whole cycle is stopped. It goes into a pregnancy phase.
Thank you so much.
This is not quite helpful, but still referring to my explanation now. That means food is usually calculated 2 days before ovulation day, and 2 days after ovulation. That's why we usually say if you want to time to get pregnant, you should try in the time period 2 days before ovulation, during ovulation day, and 2 days after. Which means if somebody ovulates on day 14, 2 days before is day 12 and day 13, she could still get pregnant if she's met in that period.
Okay.
Yes. And then 2 days after, that is day 15 and day 16. So day 12 through to day 16 is a good timing.
Okay.
With a peak on day 14.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to get pregnant, time 2 days before ovulation, during ovulation, and 2 days after. That is the peak time. Okay. Because you're ovulating that time.
Thank you so much.
But of course, it is different. If somebody wants to avoid pregnancy, we usually stretch it further. We stretch that 1 week.
Okay. There. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think you've answered Pretty and Hannah's question at the same time. Let's listen to Christine's case, whereby she's saying, in case you are the couple has sickle cells, and during IVF, is it possible for you to select the healthy genes without?
Actually, this is one of the key things which I thought we'll discuss in the next session. It's a key thing, but it's good she has asked that question. Yes. She's called Christine?
Christine, yes.
Yeah. Christine. The answer is yes, it's possible for if both couple are sickle cell, either they have the sickle cell disease or carriers, which means they have the sickle cell gene, either half or full. For the carriers, there are 2 copies of these genes, or always. One may be normal and another one is the sickle cell gene, that is a carrier, or they are sickle cell disease where both genes are sickle cell. So in both cases, it is important to avoid the babies who have sickle cell, and luckily in IVF we're able to do that. We're able to help them, and we've helped a number of couples in that way.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Hello, Doctor. Thanks for the show. We asked Doctor what an anechoic cyst means and the cause, something like that.
An echoic cyst.
Anechoic cyst, something like that.
It's okay. Fine. Yeah. So I think this is the person who did who went to do a scan. And on the scan, they found a cyst, an ovarian cyst. An ovarian cyst is a swelling within the ovary, and it usually has water in it. So when you are doing a scan, it will appear as a round ball, usually, and it has black. A round ball with a black appearance in the center. Yes, that is a cyst.
And what caused that?
Anechoic means the cyst is plain and plain black. It does not have white particles inside. It has implication because when it is anechoic, these are usually simple cysts. They don't indicate bleeding inside the cyst. They don't indicate cancers. So it is important to understand the description. That's why the sonographer will tell the doctor that, it is this size of cyst and the texture inside is anechoic, that is, it has no echoes, and the wall is not thick or thin. They will give you the measurement, and so the doctor will figure out that yes, this is the type of cyst I'm dealing with, and it is not of a worry, and so just tells the client that no, you relax, or maybe take something simple, it will go.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We really have lots of questions here, but we are time bad.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you can give us some hope that next week we shall start from there.
I think we shall try to answer some questions.
Next week?
Yes, we can try to answer some questions.
Thank
because
you.
We can't finish them.
True, we can't finish them.
Yeah.
Yes, but we're already time bad. Just in case you need doctor, you need to meet him physically. Please come to Bethan Women's Hospital, Ozira. You'll be able to meet him and see him physically, and you ask him whatever that you want. Ebibuuzo ebimu wano oyinza obitabimalayo naye bw'ogenda mu ddwaliro ojja musangayo mwogere bulungi nnyo akuwa obudde obumala, and then you come out when you're satisfied. Doctor, our last session,
yes.
Truth or false? Yes, truth or false has a conclude. In case we've not read your question, Bambi, feel free, don't feel offended. Next week, that's where we shall start from, just like we did today. We shall answer all the things, and you'll be able to get your answered back. We have six out of 6, Doctor. Number 1, false or true? The missionary position is solemnly responsible for the female gender. False or true?
False.
Thank you. Intercourse before ovulation will automatically result into conceiving a baby girl. Truth or false,
Not
Doctor?
automatically.
Okay. Thank you.
It is a chance.
Thank you. Yes. Most heavyweight men are likely to produce girls, Doctor. Truth or false?
Well, not really. Though it seems to be what we observe. We don't have an explanation for that.
Okay, thank you. Intercourse immediately after your periods can result into a male child. Truth or false, Doctor?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Thank you so much, Doctor. Deep penetration, e.g. doggy style, can lead to formation of the male child, Doctor?
No.
Not really.
A guarantee.
Thank you. None out of 6.
Yes.
Doctor, give your last remarks to the viewers.
Yes,
Especially those who feel like they want to get the baby boy child, but they've still failed.
Yes, so what I can tell people is that with science now we know how sex is determined, and luckily we are able to determine or select the sex for the boy, for the baby. It may be a girl or a boy through what we call IVF process, and it's available. So there is no need to knock your head. You can come over and you can be helped.
Thank you.
We now know reliably very well the science, and we can do that.
Thank you so much. Don't miss Medical Minds next week on Sunday, the same time, the same station here at Bethan TV, as we answer all your questions that we didn't tackle, and then we bring in more discussions as far as your health is concerned. I'm Teacher Zita. We've been together with Dr. Anda, but as usual, we are going to sign out.
Amanya gange Farouk Abed. Kimbadde njagala kwebuuza ku musawo. Waliwo omusajja alinga taata wange mukuru ali mu myaka egikuliridde. Kaakati atawanyizibwa omusolo kumuyitamu buli kaseera afukaafuka nnyo. Eddagala eryo lisobola kuvaawo. Ate n'ekirala waliwo omulala ali mu myaka gyange bw'aba afuka akasolo kamuluma munda muli kamufumitirira. Kati nebuuza ku dokita bw'aba afuka bw'aba yeetaaza eddagala eryo alijjawa.
Ku kibuuzo kya Farouk Abed, abasajja tulinayo katugambe nga akanyama mu busajja bwaffe. Akanyama ako bakayita prostate gland, katuyamba nnyo okukola amazzi g'omusajja. Ne bwe tutuuka mu myaka nga 5 awo n'okutwaliza waggulu, akanyama ako katandika okuzimba. Kati engeri gye twawangirwa mu kawaggo kano akaleeta omusulo mulimu akaseke akava waggulu mu kawaggo ne kayita mu busajja ne kafulumya omusulo naye akaseke ako nako kayita mu kanyama kali ke twogeddeko ke bayita prostate. Abutuuka myaka 5 n'okutwaliza waggulu akanyama katandika okuzimba katandika kunyiga ku kaseke kali ak'omusulo. So bwe katandika okukanyiga omusulo kati gugwo tegukyatambula bulungi n'okusiba bulungi omusulo gwo gufunamu ekizibu n'ofuna ekirwadde mu busawo kye tuyita BPH, benign prostate hyperplasia. Kati ekirwadde ekyo tewali ddagala ly'osobola okumira nti likijjeko, mulimu ebintu bingi bye bakola. So first of all, one balina kipima, balina pima ennyama eyo balabe ezimbye etya, yenkana ki mu saizi. Wenagera mu ddwaliro mu Geno Bethany tulina zisikaani bakuba sikaaninge. So abasajja bonna myaka 5 n'okutwaliza waggulu. Kiri very important nti mufune obudde mugende mu ddwaliro babacekinge kubanga oluusi akanyama ako nako kalwala kansa. So ne kansa esobola kujja bwetyo nga tosobola kusiba omusulo oba wagukulukuta kansa mu kanyama ako bagita prostate cancer ate eruma nnyo ate eddagala weeriri erisobola okuyambako.